Okay. So now I'm streaming, but I don't know where I'm streaming. Oh, this.
I think show the video.
Can you at least leave me one? Can you feed me, please? Mm. Oh. Can you at least leave me one? Ah. Can you feed me, please? Okay.
Let me check by myself.
Can you check here?
Share with me. Hi.
Ah. Okay, it's working.
Can you play something?
Oh. Ah. Hey, nice to meet you. I'll be starting properly in like 7 minutes. I just already turned on the stream so that there won't be a delay like the last two times. So I'll be there soon. Thank you for coming. Nice to meet you. I'll be starting properly in like 7 minutes. I just already turned on the stream so that there won't be a delay like the last two times. I'll be there soon. Thank you for coming. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Stand here too. Is there already someone? Ah, hello. Nice to see you. How are you? Oh, there's a leg, pretty big leg, but that's just how it is. I can't change that, I think. How are you guys? It's good to see everyone. How's your day? Here in oh, thank you, me too. In fact, I am all right, but it's quite cold in Russia nowadays. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Russia is usually pretty cold, right? I don't know, I've never been, but that's what I imagine. Yeah. Hello, Ellie-chan. How are you? Hisashiburi ne. Oh, hello, Z- Zaid. Zaid, is that correct? Your name, like how I pronounce it, Zaid. Nice to see you. You're from the Netherlands. Oh, I love the Netherlands. I've been to the Netherlands many, many times, and I have many friends there. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. How are you? Hey. Good to see you again. So, yeah. I'm happy to have like people return. Where I live, it's like 28, 29 in summer, but like minus 25 in winter. Yeah, that sounds really tough, and it's like a really big distance, like a difference of temperature. Yeah. Oh, hey Aoi. Hey Fabrice. Ça va? Oh, hello Luke. I'm also streaming on YouTube, and I'm also streaming on Instagram. So depending on where you feel more comfortable joining, just feel free to pop in. Hello, Sano. How are you guys? Um, yeah, let's get back to the weather in Russia because I have a few friends in Russia and they also told me the same. And I lived in Switzerland for 5 years, and in summer it can get like 34 degrees. Like it can get like really, really, really hot. And in winter, like minus 10, 15. And when I moved to Japan, everybody told me like, oh, be careful, Tokyo winter is really cold. And I was waiting for the cold winter, but it never came. like, it was maybe once minus 0 degrees, like below zero. So that's not really winter. At least not for us, right? right. Yeah. Oh, Said, you want to move to South Korea? Oh, that would be exciting. I actually planned to go to South Korea, and like just to like for holidays, but it was difficult because when I moved here, there was Corona, so I couldn't really travel freely. So that kind of sucks. Hello, Sam. Yeah. So yeah, but it's good to see like people feel more like how should I say encouraged to like leave like their country or at least like go on holiday somewhere. Yeah, we're having like a interesting. So like we have Sam from Canada who says like yeah, it also doesn't really sound like winter to him, the same as for like Nikita. like it's already like minus 3 in the morning in Russia. So yeah, not here in Tokyo. Like it's 13 degrees maybe. Yeah, and during the day it gets up to like 17. And last week we had 27 degrees. Can you imagine? Ah, Stayed on YouTube says, but I'm not sure because I'm still in high school. So yeah, I guess that's fair enough. Don't worry about it. Like you don't have to decide anything right now. You can just maybe try and save up some money, and when you feel ready and like you know where you want to go, you just yeah, you just already have some savings, and then you can just go and follow your dreams. Even if it's like it might not be Korea, it might be Japan, it might be the US. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. So yeah. Uh, okay. Yeah. So today there was actually another earthquake. For those of you who have been here like 2 weeks ago, that was like my first real stream. and it was like a 6.1 magnitude earthquake, and like my desktop almost fell on me. Like I had to catch it during the live stream. That was pretty intense. And today I gave a lesson. I was teaching a 6-year-old girl. She's really cute. And yeah, guess what happened? The ground shook again. Yeah, things that happen in Japan, like on a regular basis. Yeah. Yeah. So it's actually the second time that I've taught and like during a lesson there was an earthquake. So yeah, can get quite intense if you ask me. Um, but it's, how should I say, the kids here are trained so well that they know what to do. Like if they realize the ground is shaking, you just like see them like me, like I'm still like slightly panicking because I didn't grow up here, so I don't know much about earthquakes. Like so for me, I always feel like really nervous. So and then suddenly you have like a 6-year-old and you want to calm them down because I mean you're the teacher, right? So during a lesson, like the ground like shook quite intensely, and then I was like, oh, Jishin, like the Japanese word for earthquake, and the student just looked at me like no face, and he just like slid under the table, like as if it's like the most normal thing to do. He knew exactly what to do, so very impressive. So I was sitting there, and I thought, great, like I'm supposed to be the one protecting him, but like I'll be probably the one like dying from something like falling onto me. Hey. Hey, on Instagram are joining more people. It's nice. How are you? And here too I can see. Yeah, earthquakes are really, really creepy. Okay, I'll go like chronologically through the questions because there is a delay. Sometimes I might reply to your questions a bit later because I received the messages later, if that makes sense. Anyway, so yeah, it's hard to leave and move to another country. That's true. It is true. It is hard, and how should I say? Once you managed to take that step, like once you decided you're going and like the process and the preparation start, you get really excited because you feel like you've already achieved something, even if it's just like getting a copy of your passport or like getting some documents ready for the visa application and things like that. But you know, even if you go, it doesn't mean you're leaving for good. You'll always be able to come back. So yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, it is scary. Yeah. Okay. Oh wow, wow, wow. So many, so many messages on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, Nikita also wants to go and study in Japan after university. Yeah, I mean, I can only recommend it, and I can only just say, like, yeah, just go and try and live abroad, and you will learn so much about like yourself. Yeah, so that's amazing. Oh, we also have a lot of people joining on Instagram now. Hello, Elisa. Hello there, Coco. Hi, Shaz. Good to see you. Yes, I'm live again. So you can join either on Instagram or on YouTube. I'm streaming on both. Yeah. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Oh, I'm happy. There's so many people today. Okay. So, yeah. But anyway, Nikita, I'm your supporter. If you want to go to Japan, go for it. I'll got your back. Yeah. Bubble says on YouTube, it looks so casual to have earthquake for Japanese people. And yes, it is. It is insane. They just stay so calm to a point where if someone is just having a small reaction, it makes you panic. Actually, if a Japanese person during an earthquake is like visibly like uncomfortable or stressed, like this is the moment where you have to run. Because even if everything shakes, their face is the same. They're like super calm. They're just like on their phone. But if you see them like move or do something, then you know like shit's gonna happen. Yeah, and a lot of my housemates and friends and people like who are Japanese or who have lived here for a very long time, um, they are telling me that recently there have been quite a lot of like strong earthquakes in a short amount of time, and that's kind of concerning because there is this mega earthquake that's supposed to happen in the next 30 years, and that could come any moment. And so it's kind of like it feels like a foreshadowing, but yeah, you can't do anything about that actually. Sadly, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Sam, I'm pretty sure, like, yeah. It will be the same as for me. Like, the first time I was really like, what is happening? And I mean, for those of you who have been here last time, I mean, or the first time, the first time I experienced a strong earthquake here, I was sitting on the toilet. Like the best of all places to be during an earthquake. I literally thought I'm gonna die. Sitting on the butt. I didn't. I'm still here, so it's fine. But yeah, earthquakes are quite a common thing. The other time I experienced an earthquake that was pretty strong was actually when I was watching the last Neon Genesis Evangelion movie in the theaters, and there was a fighting scene, and suddenly like the earth started it started shaking a little, and me and my housemate like on the left, he's not Japanese, my housemate on the right was Japanese, so I looked at him and we were like, is that the sound system or what is it? And then like it started like shaking more and more and more, and we were like, no, that's not the sound system. And I was thinking like, great, I'm gonna die, not even knowing how like the last Evangelion movie like ends. Like I was really like, shit. And then I looked to my housemate on the right, and she's from Japan, she's Japanese. And she kind of like tried to calm me down, but the problem was that like she grabbed me. Like I don't know what she was thinking, but like she just wanted to show me like it's fine. But I thought she's grabbing me. I really thought like, okay, that's it. And my housemate on the left, he also saw her like grabbing me. We were like, okay, this is the mega earthquake. Like we're gonna die. It stopped, and it was not the mega earthquake, and it was difficult to get back into the movie after you thought you were literally like dying and like in the movie theaters during an earthquake, but it didn't happen. I'm here. Yeah. And my new apartment, which I'll be moving in next week, has the highest earthquake safety measurements, requirements, whatever. Yeah, so I'm glad. Okay, we got a question on Instagram from Shaz. Can you tell me about the cosplay industry? What do you want to know about the cosplay industry? What exactly do you want to know? Like, for those of you who don't know, I am a cosplayer, and like I took like a long break. Like I haven't cosplayed for 4 years, and then this summer I started cosplaying again, and it was also the first time in Japan. And I've only been to 2 events, so yeah. But how should I say? It is very, very different from cosplay in Europe. but it's equally fun. It's a
It's a
different kind of like fun and enjoyment. It's like a different kind of atmosphere, but it is really, really good, and it's really great. People are really, really lovely and nice and welcoming. Of course, they are shy because there is this language barrier. And if you don't speak Japanese that well, then of course, and they are hesitant to speak English, there is just like a little wall, this little obstacle. So, but all in all, they're really nice, and especially if you approach them and you say something about them, like cosplay wa meccha kawaii, or something like that, or you say the name of the character and then tell them something, they will be so happy. They will be like, you can see their face like just light up and like smile, and yeah, it's just amazing. Yeah. Okay. I'm a designer and I do a little bit of photography. Was thinking of giving a try for it. Do you mean like as a professional cosplay photographer, like actually making money out, like earning a living from it, or do you mean just as a hobby, taking pictures of cosplayers or other like models in general? Yeah. Because I'm not sure how much money you can make as a cosplay photographer, because literally on Sunday I had like my very first cosplay studio photo shoot, and how should I say? It was like me and the photographer, each of us, like we paid our share for the studio, and like each of us like paid our share. I brought the costumes, I made some props for the photo shoot, and he brought his equipment, and we literally spent like the whole day there. Like we started at 9. I arrived at the studio at 9, and I left at 10 to 8. So yeah, it was quite intense, but it was really fun. But I didn't pay him anything, and he didn't pay me anything. So I'm not doing cosplay professionally, so I can't tell you. And he's also a professional photographer, so I don't know. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, hey Sasha, nice to see you. Yeah. As for like doing photography as a part-time job, I know a few people who do that. I don't know actually how they do it with like them doing the taxes and things like that. How they do like all the legal things. Yeah. Okay. So Sam is asking over on Instagram, for apartments, does the earthquake measurements affect the price? I actually can't tell you that, but I do think it might affect the price, because people tend to like the newer the apartment, the better equipped the apartment, like the higher the prices. And the apartment I'm going to move in is actually only 1 year old. So we are like the second people moving in, so it's pretty new. So yeah, it's yeah. I'm really excited. It's pretty modern. It's pretty like oshare, like fashionable. It looks really nice. I will have to like sell one of my kidneys though to afford the rent, but that's just how it is. If you want to have more than 15 square meters in Tokyo. Yeah. We got another question on YouTube. Is Arcade Machine Center still alive in Japan? I heard in the news that it can be shut down. So a few of the game centers is what they're calling them here in Japan, or Geisen. They are still running, but like because of Corona and like the missing income from tourists, a lot of them shut down, but there are still plenty of them. Like I'm sure when you come there will be still plenty. Just a few very iconic arcades, especially the one in Akihabara, the Sega one, closed down because they mainly got the money from tourists. So yeah, that's how it is. But you do see quite a lot of young people in game centers doing like the claw games and like some of the rhythm games. And then there are like medal games, like where I don't even understand them. It's so loud and it's like really like you always see like adults, like really like not adults. I'm also an adult, but like older people like 45, 50 plus sitting there and like they have their like coins and they use them and it's like make some sound and then there is the rattling sound of the coins and it's just like sensory like overload of everything. And and there's always something like and then they have pachinko. Pachinko is actually like how should I say those games on the automaton where like put money and then you like press a button and then like if you get three of the same pictures, for example, you get like some money. Like same like in Las Vegas, those like gambling machines, I guess. I don't know the proper term for them. But yeah. They are everywhere, and actually in the morning you see people queue, and it's usually like grannies and grandpas. Yeah, this is what they do with their retirement, but that's fine. They're allowed to do whatever they want to do. So yeah. Let me just quickly drink something. I'm healthy again today. I'm having mugicha. Yeah. But let me tell you a little bit about moving in Japan. And especially today I met or I saw the landlord of my new apartment. And how should I say? It could potentially be that like he's connected to the Yakuza. I'm not even joking. I mean, he's like fulfilling like if you have like a checklist, he's like fulfilling like almost every like box. And guess what? My landlord is going to be my direct neighbor. But he seems kind of nice and how should I say? Next generation Yakuza. Like the Yakuza is dying. The Yakuza business in general is dying. So how should I say? That's like I don't think I don't know, but like the way he's dressed, like he's wearing this like jacket with like a stitched dragon on the back, and in his garden area there are like old Japanese flags and stuff like that, and in the corridor like they're everywhere. Like it's very like it's a very modern building, as I said. It's like it was built last year, but but like if you enter like everything has like a very like traditional Japanese kind of like style. So yeah, that's interesting. And I mean he was nice to me, and as I said, I don't want to judge a book by its cover, but like the person I'm moving in with was just like a little bit scary because like in Japan, fulfilling like check boxes of like potentially being Yakuza is like still very frowned upon or like very scary for them. Whereas I'm like if you see like bad guys, which they call Yankees here, I'm just like they look like the students I've taught like in the high school in like Switzerland. Like they're not like bad guys. They're just like trying to figure out their place on this planet like everybody else. And they're just going through a very interesting choice of clothing and behavior. But not frightening at all or anything like that. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people are saying now, like on Instagram, like it's scary or like it's special, and yeah, it's special for sure. And I honestly think like even if there was some connection at some point to some Yakuza business, or still is, it's not my business, and as long as it doesn't affect me, what am I supposed to do, right? Like if he's friendly, if I don't feel endangered, which I certainly did not yet so far. Yeah. And his political orientation is not my business. I don't know. Like I literally don't care about that because I'm not trying to be friends. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to be nice because he's living just right next to me. But yeah, I don't know. I've never had like neighbors with who I've like interacted like very closely or anything. So being polite, everybody minding their own business, greeting each other on the on the corridor, like yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. And that's how things are. Yeah. But yeah, so it might be. So I'm getting a very interesting question here from Sam on Instagram. The organization you used upon your arrival in Japan, World Unite, if I remember correctly, was it worth it? Would you recommend using an organization like that? Sorry, I'm just getting a someone just messaged me on YouTube that my stream has an echo. Let me just quickly check. Thank you so much, Rachel, for telling me. Can the others on the YouTube stream please confirm if there is an echo for you guys as well? That would be great. Yeah. I will try and fix it. I'll just quickly finish answering Sam's question, and before I move on to the next question, I'll try and fix the echoing. Okay? I'm sorry. Okay. So I used World Unite coming here, and for me it was very useful because I had someone I could rely on in case something happens. When I needed help, they picked me up from the airport, and they also helped me register in the city hall and helped me open a bank account, which is honestly almost impossible if you're not with someone who speaks Japanese. So yeah. Yep. I'm trying to figure out the what is it called? The echo. Is it better now with the echo? Can you guys still hear me on YouTube? Please send me a yes or a no. Can you hear me? Yeah, thank you, Sam, for the feedback. Yeah. Okay, so you also had an echo there. Shaz, before I reply to your question and before I go in more into like the World Unite question, I just quickly want to check that they can hear me. It's fixed now. Perfect. Thank you, Rachel. I really appreciate it. And thank you for coming back. Yeah. Rachel has been here like since the first stream, so you basically lived through the earthquake with me too. Like others as well. Okay. Oh, hey, innovation. Nice to see you. Welcome. Okay, let's get back to the questions. And I'm sorry for the echo. Um, oh, this is no earthquake. That was just me bumping into my desk. So, um, yeah. So if there are any technical issues, please let me know because I'm really new to this and I'm improving little by little. I mean, today I managed to be on time on both platforms with webcam and everything. So I'm getting better. I'm trying my best. Okay, let's get back to Sam's question. If it's worth coming, like traveling here through an agency. For me, it was totally worth it because they even helped me before I came to Japan. Like they told me, they sent me like a checklist of things I needed to prepare for the visa application, things I needed to do in order, or like things that are going to happen if I enter Japan, what things I have to be careful about, like what I have to keep in mind. Um, they um, yeah, and when I arrived here, someone picked me up at the airport, which was so amazing because just imagine you had like a really long journey, which you had, like mine was like, the flight was only 12 hours, but um, even though it was just 12 hours, I had to change in Warsaw. And so I think in total it was like 18 hours. And I decided the night before not to sleep because I thought I could sleep on the plane, which did not work. It failed. So I was so tired. I arrived here and I didn't have any internet yet or anything. So it was nice having someone waiting for you with like a sign, picking you up, telling you where to go, already ready with the train ticket to get to your share house, which they also organized for me beforehand. And yeah, so I have to say it was really worth it. They even have like a line group, which is like a chat group where they sometimes post job offers, and or if you're looking for a job or you want to change your visa, they have a lot of connections. So they once recommended me a childcare day, a nursery school they've worked with, and I actually went there and I actually got the job, but then refused because I realized I didn't want to work fully for another company anymore. But that's a different story. But yeah, so they are very helpful. They also do all the translation work for you in this like whole year. Like if you need your cover letter to be translated, they will do it. And yeah, that's actually amazing. And you have like a number you can call if something happens. So that's good. Yeah, I think it was 800 euros. I don't know how much that is in Canadian dollars or in dollars or yeah. But yeah, $800, 800 euros I've paid. Yeah. Okay. So um the name of the organization was World Unite. WORLDUNITE. World Unite. They do these kind of things like working holiday experiences all over the world. So yeah, check them out. Um, oh, thank you, Rachel. Rachel is saying you're doing great. I'm really happy. And she also says, I didn't want to say anything. I'm no critic. Ah, no, no, don't worry. I actually need like critique or like feedback in order to improve. So don't worry. Don't ever worry. Yeah, I'm really thankful for feedback. Yeah. Okay. So let's get back to Shah's questions. What are common challenges we will face as soon as we move to Japan as a foreigner? There are, how should I say, there are like those typical challenges when it comes to language barrier, definitely. Like, because coming from Europe, everybody, not everybody, like a lot of people speak English. So you kind of like get around, like you can live in a different country in Europe even though you don't speak the language because almost everybody is able to at least communicate like basic English. But in Japan, it's different. Like Japan, first of all, is an island. It's in Asia. They have not a lot of connections to other countries. Like in Europe, like Europe is like very connected to like everything because it's like the mainland. So yeah. Oh, we have people joining here. Hi, Rahul. How are you? Congratulations on being a dad. I was so happy to see the pictures. Your daughter is beautiful. Beautiful. And hi, Danny. Good to see you. Congratulations on your wedding. Yeah. So, yeah, other challenges are like as well, like how should I say? Like okay, coming back. Japan is an island, so it's not connected to the mainland. So there is not a lot of like exchange here. And also most like Japan has like I don't know over like 95% of people living here are actually Japanese. Like there are like almost no foreigners, and most foreigners are from other Asian countries who are able to pick up Japanese faster. Like if you know Chinese, of course you know the meaning of the kanji already. If you are from Korea, in Korean, like Korean and Japanese have like almost the same grammar structure. So yeah, it is much easier to pick up a language if it's like kind of like connected. Like in Europe, if you know French, it's pretty easy to kind of like understand English because it's familiar. It's similar. I swear I'm an English teacher. I don't know how to speak. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, other challenges we face as well is cultural differences. I am half German, half Italian. I love to give like a hug or like a good tap on the shoulder and things like that. And these things might give off the wrong impression. Because in Japan, people are not very touchy. Like they're not very used to physical affection. And even showing affection in public between a boyfriend and a girlfriend is usually holding hands, and you barely see them like doing anything else except for like holding hands. It is getting more and more common, even in the train. You sometimes see them like flirt or like hugging a little bit, like cuddling a little bit, but that's kind of it. You won't see like people randomly give each other like kisses, or if you sit in a restaurant like in Europe, like you would bend over and like kiss your partner over the over the table, like over the desk. So you don't really see these kind of things, but yeah, it can be challenging if you are used to just a different kind of like way of like showing affection, showing love. Yeah, some things that sometimes are really challenging for me is that in Europe we openly, or at least in the environment I was from, or I grew up in, we openly talk about things like mental health issues, or like even like problems that like, how should I say, like if something is troubling me, like if I have a problem with something, doesn't even have to be something big. If I show negative feelings like, oh, this is pissing me off, like something like that. For Japanese, that's a very, very intense reaction. If I just do like, that's very intense for them. And this is sometimes where like I feel like I need to like vent. I need to get this feeling out sometimes. So this is my way, instead of like keeping it to myself and then at one point burst. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Danny. Have a good day. Nice greetings to your wife. Yeah. Um, yeah. So these are things you might face when it comes to like things like being discriminated or anything. I personally haven't experienced that. I've heard that housemates from like previous housemates from like Indonesia or like the Philippines, they had to deal with a lot of discrimination, actually, especially at their workplace. So, but me personally, I think there is this thing like if you are like white female kind of thing, you're like my friends, like my Japanese friends told me, like in the hierarchy, you're like pretty high up, which does not make any sense at all because I was born that way. Like I literally had no influence on that. So why would it? Why are there ranks? You know. But anyway, Rachel is saying any ash from Mount Aso there in Tokyo. So for those of you who don't know, Mount Aso is a volcano that erupted yesterday, and yeah, that's great in Japan. You know, these things happen here, earthquakes and erupting volcanoes. um, yeah, so here I didn't realize anything. So, yeah, I didn't even like sometimes when the pollution is higher, like you see the sky is a bit yellow. So, but today was actually a really beautiful day. So, I didn't really realize anything from that volcano. But I've heard that people living close to that area are strictly like told to not get close in case of like flying objects like rocks and stuff like that. So that's kind of scary. And yeah, anyways, yeah. Um, oh, hi, Krish. Nice to see you. Welcome. So, yeah. Do you guys have any other questions about Japan or like the challenges we face or things like that? Yeah. Life here never gets boring. I mean, anywhere I feel like it doesn't get boring. I never had I don't know. I never in my life had the feeling that my life was boring actually. Sometimes I wish it was. But I come from a very big family, so things will never get boring. Yeah. Um yeah. So yeah, so earthquakes, volcanoes, and during the rain season we have lots of mudslides here as well. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, more people joining. Hi. Hi, Ron. Nice to see you. Oh, bonsoir. Ça va, ma gueule. Mm, yeah. Oh, Rachel just said she kind of like understands the rules of engagement there in Japan. I'm glad you do. I kind of like, I understand them too, but the thing is, if you grew up with a certain like behavior that you like have been doing over and over and over again for years, it's difficult to like suppress that sometimes. Um, I even like when it was my boss's birthday when I was working at the Irish pub. And like he told me, I was so excited. I hugged him. He was so surprised. He was like, but yeah, I definitely crossed the boundary there, I guess. But yeah, he's fine. This year he was actually waiting for his hug. So yeah. Um, yeah. So, Sam is saying, I hope the border of Japan will reopen soon. I'm so hyped up. Yes, me too. I want to see my friends coming to Japan. I want to show people around. And yeah, just, yeah, I'm kind of excited, but I'm also kind of like hesitant because now I get to see Japan without tourists, which is also absolutely stunning. Like empty Kyoto. Empty Kyoto is beautiful. It's magical. Yeah. Shaz is asking, can you please tell me a bit about your work in teaching, how you got into it, and how is it going so far? So, well, I've been a teacher since over 9 years now, like since almost 10 years I've been teaching. So I was I was really like actually before I came to Japan I was like really fed up with teaching. I was really thinking like I come here on the working holiday visa and just don't ever teach again. But eventually, like after taking some time off, I started like I got this offer as a German teacher at a German school through a Facebook group. I did a post. I did a post on a Facebook group asking some questions, and it was a German group, and they someone reached out to me. So that's how I got my first job, like as a teacher. My first job in the Irish pub I got through a housemaid, and my current job is actually I'm self-employed. I actually created my own teaching service, but I am also cooperating with schools. So I contacted the schools through their job listings on Gaijin Pod and other websites like Indeed. That's how I contacted them. But I always wrote that like I'm having my own teaching company and that it would be like that I would offer my service as someone from my company. So that's how I got into like teaching at schools. I have private students as well. Um, and my student age group ranges from actually I teach mommy and me classes, so I teach mothers and their babies. So 0 to university students, 20 years old. So yeah, most people get into their teaching jobs through applying through Gaijin Pod and like Indeed. Yeah, this is how you get your teaching jobs, and it depends on your experience, like what you can do. Most of the people I know work as an ALT, assistant language teacher. So you work it as an assistant teacher at a public school with a Japanese teacher. I don't have much information about that, or I can't tell you a lot about that because I've never done that. Because I've been teaching for so long, all the jobs I've applied for, or like jobs, or like all the things I do, I'm in a leading position. So I'm having assistants. So yeah. So I'm in charge of the lesson plan. I'm in charge to follow like the curriculum. I'm in charge of what activities we're gonna do, what topics we're gonna work through with the kids, and yeah, I have to have an overview of the goals and how to achieve them. Yeah, and I myself I have an assistant, like I hired an assistant, and she's kind of like doing an internship. Like she is not only helping me during the lesson, but she's also like helping with me with translation work and some website stuff and things like that. So yeah. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. I would do like a video which goes like really in depth into like teaching in Japan versus teaching in Europe, because there are so many like similarities and differences. So yeah. Okay. Rachel says, give us some news from Japan. Some news from Japan. Hmm. I. What's new? I was like so caught up with like the earthquakes recently and the erupting volcano, because when I saw in the news like a volcano erupted in Japan, I was like really really doki doki and nervous, like so. um and I do not watch Japanese TV because I love Japan. I love Japan, but Japanese TV is awful. It's awful. It's yeah, so I feel like every time I watch the news, I feel like it's like, let's say in the news I once saw they discussed the rise, like a really serious topic, like the rising suicide rate of single mothers during the pandemic. And everybody discussing that was like 45 to 50-year-old men. And I thought, of course, like if there is the anchor and the anchorman and like leading the interview, of course, but and there is maybe a specialist like a psychologist or someone like, and that's also like a man, but they never invite like people that are actually, they actually talk about, like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, so yeah, that's why I don't watch Japanese TV. um yeah, and I'm so busy right now because next week I'm moving, so I we like the mattress is ordered. The bed is ordered, so I might have a place to sleep, but all the rest, like I'm going to IKEA tomorrow, so I'm still like not really prepared. The boxes should arrive soon, so I can start packing. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't give much news right now. The elections. There are elections in Japan, and it's actually pretty exciting because there are two women up for elections, and people are like, oh, finally there are women up for election. And I'm like, yeah, but it would be great, of course, having for the first time, having a female prime minister, but both of them are like pretty right wing. So, extremely right wing and old fashioned. Old fashioned is not a negative thing always, but like their mindset is just not good. Like they are against like women having their own like surname, like they have to take the surname of the man, and uh like it's really weird, like pretty right wing. They, yeah, so not nice. um yeah, so and actually the my favorite like up for election is the youngest of all. It's a man, and he actually speaks English. So I think it's good for Japan to have a younger leader, like younger, not like an old man, because the future lies within the young people, and with globalization, it's very important that a representative of your country can speak English. So, and doesn't do everything through a translator. So, yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. I know a lot of Japanese are really, really nervous about the elections at the moment. So, I don't know. And I think some of the votes is like next weekend during Halloween. So a lot of people are really scared that like young people are not going out to vote because things are finally open again and people are going out more. So some people are worried that this will affect the course of the election. I don't know why I'm discussing politics, but yeah, these are like kind of like the news. I'm sorry if it bores you, if you're bored. Um, Rachel says discussing male hierarchy on stream. You're strong. Mm, it's not so much about male hierarchy. I just think even like let's say it's a topic about single fathers, which I think is not discussed at all in Japan, and it's actually not at all, but like very rarely discussed. Let's say there are only women discussing this topic. Of course, they don't know how he feels, you know, like and what he's going through and what challenges he is facing. So, yeah, I just think if you want to discuss a topic properly, invite people that are affected by it and that they who work really like at the core of the topic, whatever topic that is. Yeah. I'm getting how you can tell I'm Italian. Like my hands are getting like up, 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 up. Yeah. Mm. Hello, Kazu. Shaz asked me if I've ever been to India. No, I haven't. The only two Asian countries I've been to are Thailand and Japan. I hope, though, I can visit more countries as soon as the borders open again. Um, yeah, that ties in with what Rachel says over on YouTube. Hope to be able to come back there in 2022 if we can leave this prison called Australia. Yeah, I've heard Australia is really, really strong with like strict about like their lockdown or like their um, opening borders, keeping them closed, and things like that. So yeah, yeah, I hope so too, and I hope it will be safe. Uh, yeah, yeah. I lost what I was gonna say. In German we say, ich habe meinen Faden verloren, oder ich habe den Faden verloren, which means like during a conversation you're like losing your string that like ties everything together, and suddenly you're like lost. Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, Rachel says it's getting strange there in Australia. I hope it's getting better. Like this whole word situation has been like really weird and like how should I say? I don't know how it is in Australia or in India or wherever everybody is from, like Canada. Um, but here, even outside, everybody's wearing a mask, and I can understand like if you go into like a crowded area, like of course, but like even in the park when you walk alone, everybody is wearing masks, and even if you pass by, like you're not saying anything to each other, but like if you do not wear a mask, like you are judged, like heavily judged. And I'm like, I don't know what's the right thing to do or the wrong, like what's right or wrong 100%, but I would love to sit outside in the park on a bench by myself, maybe even with one friend talking, not wearing the mask and not being like judged. Like this is really strong here. Yeah. Um yeah, because yeah, most people got the vaccine and yeah, I just hope it gets better. Yeah. But then there are places here in Japan where like you don't really feel corona at all. Like if you go to Shibuya, Shibuya is has always been like alive. Like of course a lot of places have closed and or closed during the lockdowns, but I've seen videos from Shibuya. I went there not too long ago. It was a bit too busy for me, so um, yeah, because it feels weird now, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, hi, Ant. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you here. Thank you. He said, I'll sit in the park with you. Yes. Actually, wait, wait, Ant, it's you, right? I'm not talking to a different Anthony Smith. Please just quickly confirm. um, yeah. Actually, I want to invite you. I want to stream together with you and have like a nice conversation about anime because I think we have very interesting things to say here. Sam says in Canada outside without a mask is okay, but inside always a mask, of course. There is a lot of anti-COVID here in Quebec. Ah, yeah, but I think that's okay. Like outside, I think it's nice to be like without. Yeah. And the thing is, I don't know about you guys, but I do get headaches. Like, especially when I teach all day and like I just breathe in my dirty air. Like, my. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's the correct ant. Andrew says yes, love. LMAO. I'm glad. Next week I'm gonna move. So maybe in November we can stream together when I have my sofa. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know the YouTuber Cinnamon Toast Ken, and he had a React couch with a friend, and I would love to do something like that. And I think we would be a good team, at least sometimes. I don't know. Yeah. Um, yeah. Rachel asks, "Do the days go by quick for you there?" Holy guacamole! Yes, it's Thursday. I just received a message from someone that I like forgot to like send a work email like last Saturday, and I'm like, wait, but Saturday was just 4 days ago. So yes, time flies. It's incredible, but it's kind of scary too. Like I always say like, oh yeah, I just moved to Japan. I'm like, wait, it's been 1 year and like 8 months. Yeah, because there's always something to do, and since I started the company, I am really busy because I'm teaching 6 days a week, and Sundays at I sometimes have workshops as well, so there's always something to do. So yeah, that's why the days go by very, very quickly. So I'm glad to hear from Shaz. In India, we do wear masks, but everything is almost reopened. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, here also almost everything is reopened, but still with restrictions. Like a lot of places are still open only until 9, I guess. Yeah, 9. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, yeah. Let me quickly drink something because my throat is getting so dry. Okay, whew, I'm ready to talk. Yeah. So, yeah. I also like I wanted to talk a little bit about how should I say like uh um I lost it again. What's going on with me? Ah, yeah. So, um when you live in Japan, like I'm gonna like recommend if you want to move to Japan and you have difficulties being alone, and if you are like hesitant, if you're hesitating, and you don't know if you want to like stay here for long, I do recommend a share house because you do have housemates, you have people to meet. Of course, not everybody is very like social, not everybody wants to like um interact with you, which is fine, I guess, but still like you you do have someone in the house. And as I mentioned in other streams or in videos before, like if you work late and you come home late and you have some housemates who also work late, or you just send them a message like, I'll be back home in about an hour, there is someone expecting you. So that's really nice. And it is way easier to get a room in a share house than an apartment, unless you come here on a work visa and your company like kind of like organizes everything for you. Then it's fine, it's easy, like then you already have your place. But if you don't know if you want to stay here for like 3 months or 6 months or like a year, share house is probably the best option, or Airbnb. Yeah. Hey, Louis. Hey, Nadine. Nice to see you. Welcome. If you have any questions, just please leave them down below. We are just talking about share houses and life in a share house. So, yeah, I was so happy that the organization World Unite organized a share house room for me. Um, of course, there are downsides as well, like how should I say, noises. So I know that my neighbor, he can hear everything I'm saying. So uh, that's like one thing, well, actually, this building is quite good, but like the other share house, I could hear like very private situations, if you know what I mean. I mean, um, me and my housemate, we are really good friends still now, and like the next morning, I would give him a high five and be like, "Yeah, I know what was going on last night. Good job." But yeah, or like my room was just next to the shower room, and I could hear people sing in the shower. I could, like, one of my housemates, he would have like full on conversations with himself, and like I would be like, when we would eat like dinner together, I was like, "What the hell are you like? Are you on the phone in the shower?" And he was like, "You can hear me," and so yeah, there can be some awkward situations. Some places can be dirty, like the shared spaces, like areas like that, that's kind of frustrating. That's also like one of the reasons why I'm moving into an apartment, because my share house now is basically full. There are 70 people living here, and yeah, so not everybody is respecting the rules. So things in the kitchen get misplaced and taken to the room, even though you're not supposed to take them to the room. People don't wash everything perfectly. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. But how should I say? It didn't bother me so far. It's just recently. It's like just like adding up. There are other things that bother me more. I have a mold in my room, for example, that bothers me more. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I have more people joining here. Hello, T. I can't. I can't say that name. I'm sorry. Tinkrin. Well, nice profile picture. One Punch Man. And hi, Rara. Nice to see you. Hisashiburi. Genki. It's been a while since we've seen each other. Since we've seen each other. So, yeah. Okay, Rachel says, I couldn't live in a share house. No way. Um, yeah, I really think it depends. I have people I had share housemates I've never seen. So some people are very very private and they never leave their room. They have an oven in their room or like a microwave. So yeah, um, it depends on the person though. Yeah. Sam is saying, did you use the World Unite share house when you arrived in Japan? No, I didn't, because they didn't have like for me it was important to have my own room, and their share house at that time, I don't know if that has changed, only offered like rooms with like bigger rooms with like other people, and I did not want that. Like that was really important for me. Like privacy is very very important to me. Hi Isamu, how are you? Hisashiburi. um yeah, so I lost it again. Yeah. But their share house is really nice. It's really big. I've been there because their office is there as well. So I've seen the World Unite share house. It's really big. They have a nice rooftop terrace, and it's in Kotoku, which is which is in Odaiba, or which is close to Odaiba, where like the big Gundam is, for example, like really cool areas as well. But yeah, not for me. Like I wanted my own room. So I got my first share house room in Adachiku, which is considered the ghetto in Tokyo. But it was really nice, and I had lovely housemates, and I still have contact with them up to this day. So yeah. No, World Unite organized the share house for me. They have contact to many share house companies, and they just organized a room for me. Like I just told them like, this is my requirement, this is my budget, and then they just organized something for me. But you can be more specific. They can send you a list of like places as well, so you can choose where you want to go. Yeah. Yeah. So Rachel is saying that she lives with her dad and her sister. That's sister's place, and it's a 4 bedroom house, so they all have their own room. Yeah, yeah. I used to have a 90 square meter apartment in Switzerland, so when I moved to Japan, I had a 12 square meter room. So that was really a big change, but yeah, it was fine actually. It was actually really refreshing having that limited space because in my old apartment I had too much space, if that makes sense. So there was a lot of empty space I could clutter. So yeah, it was actually really nice. Yeah. And even here, like I'm sharing my room, it's 15 square meters. So we are two people in a 15 square meter room. So that can get, at the beginning, it was fine. We've been living here since over a year now. But now with the company, and like, as you can see, like behind me, um, there is like on top, there is like my makeup space on the, like below, there is like kitchen stuff and food stuff, and underneath there's teaching material. And then I started cosplay, which is like behind that curtain. And then I have like a small space for clothes for two people. So it just got too small. Yeah. Hey, Dupershan. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Welcome to the stream. Sam said, "So you found a share house on your own before you arrived?" No, actually, they sent me a list. I couldn't decide which share house I wanted to use, so I just told them this is my budget. I want to be maximum that far away from the center, like Shibuya or something like that. And then they found me a share house, and when I arrived, they helped me check in and showed me the room and everything. Yeah, so yeah, but I could have chosen it myself, but I just didn't know what was good, so I just had them take the decision. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sharing a space with strangers is really interesting. We don't have that concept in Europe, or I don't think it does exist like in America as well. Like you have a student's dorm that's maybe like the closest thing to a share house, like to compare it to. But yeah, you have all sorts of people. Like you have really nice people, you have really like clean people who respect the rules. You have people who become really, really good friends and who become your family. But you also do have people you don't like that much. You just have to avoid them. Um, Sometimes you might have share housemates that you have to be, or like I felt very uncomfortable with. But I never felt like, I don't know, I never felt scared. Not, well, there were a few situations where I felt scared, yes, but um, that was in my old share house. I think it depends on the area where you are and like the price range you're willing, like the price you're willing to pay for your share house. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, Tomomin, hisashiburi, genki. Nice to see you, Tomomin-chan. Yeah. Um, how long do plan to stay in Japan? Well, since I created a company just this year, I will be staying for a while, I guess. At least I wanna like build up the company and like see how it goes. So I don't want to limit myself by saying I'm going to stay here for 10 years or I'm going to stay here for 5 years or 2 years. I just want to see what happens. Like this is kind of like the mentality I trained myself on when I moved here. Just YOLO. You only live once. Like just live by the day and see what happens. And if you feel like you want to create a company, just create a company. Just go for it, try it. Because I've lived this like very structured routinized life before in Switzerland and Germany, and here I am really feeling confident to just try out whatever. Yeah. Um, my favorite food to eat in Japan. Can you guys guess? Can you guess what my favorite food is? I have to say, I give you a few hints. I do not eat seafood. I do not eat like anything that comes out of the ocean. Like I don't even eat nori, like the seaweed. So it is not sushi. Yeah. Hey Mina, nice to see you. I'm so happy. Wie geht's dir? I'm glad to see you. Hearts to you. Yeah. So, I I just asked. I was just asked what my favorite food in Japan is. Can you guess? Oh, tonkatsu. Sha says tonkatsu. Oh, I love tonkatsu, but I wouldn't consider it my favorite meal. Tempura. Tempura is delicious, but not my favorite meal. I'm not an onigiri person because it often has seaweed or seafood, like some kind of fish or some seafood in it. Um, yeah, it is the it is something which has a soup base. And you use a raw egg with it. Maybe you can guess. Oh, Mina has a weekend already. That's nice. um. Oh, yeah. Mina knows me. Like it's not the one I described to you, but she said gyoza desu ka? Yes, gyoza is one of my favorite meals. It's like my comfort food. And there is this place in Shibuya behind the Mega Don Quixote. It's called Shibuya Gyoza, and they have spicy soup gyoza. Mwah. It's the best. It's the best. I love it so much. So much. It's incredible. Well, I don't want to hype you guys up too much, but like for me, it's just for me, like it's the best. I like obento, but obento is like different kind of meals, so like everything can be obento. So yeah. Ramen, I love ramen, but my favorite food in Japan is sukiyaki. Do you know sukiyaki? I'm thinking of putting on some background music. So if you guys on YouTube can, only the guys on YouTube will be able to hear it. But just let me know if it's too loud. But I just thought I'm just gonna try it out so it feels a bit more chill. So, yeah. Yeah. Ah, Mina got it right. Sukiyaki. Yeah, yeah. Well, she's my best friend. She should know. You should know. You should know. Yeah. Sukiyaki. ともいん。Sukiyaki 大好き。めっちゃ美味しいね。ああ。Sukiyaki 食べたい。Yeah, Rachel is suggesting that I do a food stream. Yes, I want to do a food stream. I really want to do that. And in my new apartment, I will be able to because I will have lots of space. I also plan on doing cooking streams because I have a nice kitchen. I have a really nice kitchen. Oh my god, I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah. Oh, Shaz says he's hearing for the first time sukiyaki. So sukiyaki is wait, let me how do I describe sukiyaki? It's like you use brown sugar and soy sauce and other things like as a base. So it becomes like a sweet base, and you add soup, like a broth to it. And then it's like hot pot. You put like lots of things like leek, carrot, and like really, really good beef, like really thinly sliced beef. Usually it's with beef. I don't know. I know you're from India, so I don't know if you can eat beef. There might be other options, but it's really delicious. And then you just like take it with your chopsticks and you like smush it through like until it's like cooked, and then you dip it in raw egg and eat it, and it's the best, guys. It's the best. Oh my god, I love sukiyaki. I never thought I would eat raw egg, and now I literally like always eat raw egg. Yeah. Yes, let me have a look. I don't have pictures here of my apartment. Like I was thinking like maybe I can show you some pictures of my my apartment, but I haven't uploaded them like on my laptop yet, so I can't show them to you. Shaz loves beef, so it's okay. So you'll enjoy shabu shabu. Yeah. I had yakiniku for lunch. That's something for you, Mina. You love yakiniku. You love this kind of stuff too. Rachel. That emoji. Yeah. Just drooling. Yeah. Yeah, most food in Japan is actually really, really good. I do have to say, I really miss Greek food. And Mina knows exactly what Greek food I'm talking about, like because we used to go to that restaurant so many times in our hometown. Like I miss Greek food. I want to go back and like visit my family, visit my friends, visit all of you, and then just go back to that Greek restaurant and have everything. Because I found a Greek restaurant here, but like it's one of those like really, really fancy places, like almost not affordable, and like the portion size is like this. And like no. No, that's not what I want to. That's not what I want to pay. Yeah, Mina, promise me, take me to the restaurant when I come back. I have to lose weight before I go to Germany because I'll be eating out at all my favorite restaurants. Yeah. Oh, Bruce. Hey, how are you doing? Nice to see you. I really like miss talking to you. Like we need to go to Airo for a drink. I really want to go. Yeah. Oh, Mina is just saying, do you remember the Greek restaurant in Florida? And yes, I remember that. That Greek restaurant. I don't know what that was. It was disgusting. And it was not Greek food. It was some strangely sliced meat. They just butchered Greek cuisine. Oh, yeah. Oh, Rachel just said she has a really nice Japanese restaurant back home in Queensland. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I'm happy. That's good. And oh my god, Marie is here. Huhu. Herzlichen Glückwunsch zur Geburt. Ich freue mich so für dich, also für euch beide. Schön, dass du vorbeischaust. Oh mein Gott. Ja, Jase ist bei meinem Insta-Stream gerade dabei. Ja, ich streame gerade auf Instagram und YouTube. Oh, schön dich zu sehen. Wie geht's dir? Oh, it's always nice having friends like watch my stream. It makes me so happy. And everybody who's watching on Instagram, Mina promised me to take me to the Greek restaurant. So everybody knows. Everybody is a witness. Everybody is a witness. We're all in this together. I don't know. Oh my god, I'm so thirsty. Did anybody watch High School Musical? Who is High School Musical generation? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Marie. Ja, freut mich. Ja, hier ist auch alles gut soweit, ja. Du hast meinen ersten Stream verpasst, wo hier ein riesen Erdbeben war. Das war ziemlich interessant. Ich dachte, ich sterbe. Aber keine Erdbeben mehr. Also, es war erst heute wieder ein Erdbeben, aber hoffentlich nicht mehr so. Ja. Oh, Elisa said she watched High School Musical. Yes, High School Musical crew. Wait, Elisa, didn't you tell me that like your birthday is the same date as mine, like 20th of September? Like, when were you born? Like, what year? I think there is a big delay. Yeah. Ah, okay. Oh, yeah. Well. I'm 11 years older than you, Elisa. Yeah. Okay. But at least we share the best day of the year, the 20th of September. Yeah. 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 I'm reading the comments. That's always nice to see. Yeah. Yeah, I hope in like my new apartment, like the internet will be better, hopefully. Because let me tell you one thing, guys. Like, processing anything in Japan takes forever. Doing paperwork for, I don't know, anything takes forever. It's a nightmare. Especially if you don't speak Japanese well. And the amount of paperwork you have to do here for everything is like, it's insane. It's insane. I don't have a different word for it. Like literally, like opening a bank account here. Opening a bank account is horror. It's horror. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like a lot of times they will refuse you because you're a foreigner, so they will send you like an email saying like, yeah, like the documents you've like given us are like not enough, we need more documents, or like we rejected you and then there's no reason for like why they rejected you. And like I needed a credit card and I had someone take care of it because I couldn't have possibly done it, and it took that person more than one full work day to get me a credit card. Can you imagine to like how many credit card companies they like that person had to like apply for? Like, it's incredible. It's insane because I kind of understand you're a foreigner, so you're you're risky because you might leave, you know. It's the same with finding an apartment. Like it's like the risk for you leaving is higher than like a Japanese person. But like if you register in your city hall, and yes, Mina, more than in Germany, it's way more. Like the amount of paper you have to fill out, and it's always the same. It's always the same stuff you have to write on like 8 9, 10 different papers. It's insane. And then that was not enough, so you have to move to like another area, like, and then to another counter, and then if you have a middle name, oh my god, I have a middle name. My middle name is Michelle, so it's Jessica Michelle and then blank. It's horrible. It's horrible because in most cases my name does not fit anywhere. Yeah. ありがとうともみん。じゃあまたね。ありがとね。バイバイ。how should I say, like, where was I? So I think registering. Yeah. So if you have a middle name on my bank card, for example, on my insurance card, it says Jessica Michelle and Mish, and then just CH and then L, like on the bottom. So there is no space. In some part, like some cards, they have to sometimes write it like by hand if it's not like a credit card or anything. If it's just like a, I don't know, a customer card or something like that, point card or something. But if you order something like some paper, or like you need like a my number card to do all your stuff, like taxes and everything. If you order that and you typed in Jessica Plank, yeah, and I forgot my middle name, they won't hand it over to me, even though everything else is exactly the same, but just my middle name is missing. They won't hand it over to you. Like that's how strict they are here. So yeah, if you have a middle name, that sucks in Japan. Yeah. Rachel asked me how old I am. You're 8. If you don't mind me asking. No, I don't mind. Last month, yeah, we still have October. Yeah, in September I turned 30. I actually started a new decade. And Mina is next month. So yeah, I'm 30. Yeah. It's interesting because when I moved here I was 28. So yeah, it's been so long. Yeah. But it's been an incredible journey. I've had so much fun and I had lots of ups and downs. I mean, that's how it is, right? So if you move abroad, like, not everything's perfect, and yeah, but you learn through that. Like, you learn so much about yourself. That's incredible. Oh, Scarlett, Peppa, hi, how are you? I heard you bought a Halloween costume for next week. A bird whispered to me. Mina, no need for the crying smile. 30s are the spring of your life. Yes, Rachel, you'll be able to take on the world. Let's take on the world together. like Pinky and Brain. The Pinky and the brain. I don't know if anybody remembers that show. Yeah. But yeah, I think, oh, no earthquake, just me bumping against my, chair. Yeah, desk. Yeah. Wait, Mina is revealing right now that they're thinking of moving to Denmark? Wait, what? Why? Interesting. Interesting. We need a phone call. Yeah. Rachel is asking, will you ever get married? Well, That's another story. I am actually still married. Um, Me and my ex, we broke up before I moved to Japan. Like both equally, like we decided that just different kind of like plans and feelings have changed and things like that. Like just yeah. If you want to know more about it, like I made a video about like why I had to move to Japan and why you should do so too. So I explain everything in depth there. But yeah, and because I plan to like go back within like the first 6 months after arriving in Japan for at least a little bit to process the divorce. But then I couldn't because there was a pandemic. So yeah. And then my ex was also traveling the world. Like he was like in South America, for example. So it was difficult to process the divorce because in Switzerland it's very old fashioned. Like a judge has to decide if you can get divorced or not. Whereas I love in Japan, like you just literally need like your hanko, which like acts. I just painted my. I just painted my hand. So in Japan, if you want to get divorced, you just get the divorce papers. Like you just put your hanko, like your stamp, which acts like a signature, and then you send the papers back. And it's like sengoi haku yen, like 1,500 yen, which is like $15, and that's your divorce. Whereas in Switzerland, someone else is deciding if you can divorce or not, even though it's no one else's business. So yeah. So we are still married, but we got a date for our divorce, and we are both looking forward to it, like to like kind of like close that chapter officially, like legally, and yeah. But we are still supporting each other. We are really like happy for each other, and we still have regular contact. Yeah. And I don't know if I ever will get married again. I don't know. I don't want to say never ever because I said that before I got married, like before, like when I was a teenager, I said I don't want to get married, and then I got married. And I'm not saying it was a bad thing, just how life is. Things change. Yeah. Mina says the reason why she wants to move to Denmark is because people are happy there. Yes, then do it. The only Danish I know is flottepætter, and that means nice boobs. Shout out to my Danish friend who taught me. I don't take responsibility. Yeah. Oh yeah, please watch the video, Rachel, and tell me what you think about it. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. This is how things go. Like that's how life is. And that's why I say never. I'm quoting Justin Bieber. I never thought I would. But it's kind of true. Never say never. You never know. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mina, what is very important to know? Because there's a time lag, so I don't know what you're referring to. Please let me know. Yeah. Yeah. How tall are you? Is that inches? I'm from Germany. We do centimeters. Let me check. In inches. I'm 4.1 inches. 4.1 inches, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I agree with you, Mina. Yeah. It's very important to know what I know in Danish. If I ever see a nice lady passing by, I can compliment her boobs. Yeah. uh, um, Rachel says, I hate it when people treat me like a teenager. Grrr. Yeah, like I understand that. I often get treated like, how should I say? Like people think that I'm stupid. I don't know if it's that, but like sometimes people treat me like a child. Like they talk to me like, how should I say, like they would, like what you normally see, like how people treat children, like how they would talk to a child, like that. I don't understand, and I really don't like that either, because I'm 30 years old. I moved to the other side of the world. I am generally a very happy person. I can be a very goofy person. I can do lots of random stuff and um, like completely like get lost in silly things. But that doesn't mean like I don't know things, you know? And I think especially like if you're like a girl, sometimes people treat you like as the cute little being, which sometimes is fine, but sometimes it's exhausting, especially like in a professional environment, because you do have skills. So I feel like sometimes I have to prove myself a little bit more. But that's also okay, because I know the other way around, it like everybody is struggling with some sort of like mistreatment, if you can say that. Yeah. I look tiny. Yeah, well, you know, since I moved to Japan, it's the first time that I heard I'm tall. Like, I'm really happy. Yeah, because back in Germany, I'm the small one, like one of the smaller ones in my group. So, friend circle, group, family as well. So, yeah. Mina just said, I had to ask someone yesterday if he could give something from the top of the shelf in a shop. This is very embarrassing for me as a small person. Yeah, I kind of understand. Yeah, but on the other hand, we can't anything for our like height. That's just how it is. Like, yeah, yeah. Don't mind typos and cuddle your dog for us, and for me. Damon, good boy, Damon. Yeah, I miss my weekend baby. Sometimes watching over your dog, it was really nice. He's a good boy. Hi, Nanako. Good to see you. How are you doing? Welcome. Yeah. Rachel just said heightism is not fun, and you know, like I think, especially like my friend Mina and I, we can relate to this a lot, because in our friend circle, we are the small ones. So you often hear like, oh yeah, the cute one, the small one, and like, yeah, just because you're small, or like, oh, you can't get this, you can't get this. Like, our friends stop these things. Like, you have to keep in mind, our friends, like we know each other since a very long time. So we've been through puberty and things like that together. So they know how to treat us. But like other people, they still kind of like feel like they have to do that, and I don't know, to make themselves feel better. A little bit shitty, but yeah, but it's not always with a bad intent, so that's why it's difficult to react somehow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All our friends are too tall. Like the smallest, like 180. I don't know. Our friends are too tall. um, Marie is asking where I'm gonna move and if I'm staying in Tokyo. I'm not gonna reveal exactly where I'm moving, but it's not gonna be Tokyo. It's not gonna be Tokyo. Yeah. Yeah, but I want to do like a proper like moving video and everything, so I'm really excited for that. So Yeah. Yeah, so then I'll kind of like reveal where I'll be moving to. Not exactly where, but like kind of like, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mina asks if I want to see Damon. I always want to see Damon. Send me pictures. Send me videos. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, interesting. So Rachel says, fashion here in Australia for smaller people is no good. Relegated to the children's section forever. But to be honest, like in the children's section, there are sometimes really, really nice stuff. Like nice things you do not get like in other sections. Like that's actually good sometimes, I feel like. But here in Japan, for a lot of things now, I am too tall. Can you imagine? Like my torso. My torso. So if I'm gonna like, let me just quickly get up. Like, I'm literally just showing my body. So most things, if I wear a dress like that's like high waisted in Japan, it goes for me like it starts here and opens up, whereas it's supposed to be here. So I'm missing like a little bit of like length on dresses. Maybe I do have something right here. Nah, I don't have something right now. It's in the laundry. But yeah, anyway, so like my torso is too long for like Japanese standards. Like, so yeah. And I got these pants here in like Tokyo, but like they're really nice because they have like elastic like bands. But like other than that, like buying trousers or like pants here, God, I'm pretty curvy, so I really have troubles finding something that I can get like over my butt. Not even my butt. Like it even stops like before that. So yeah. So finding pants that like properly fit you, that like you get over your butt, like impossible. But luckily, lots of things are stretchy here. Yeah, and wide. If you want tight things, it's gonna be really difficult though. Yeah. Oh, we got someone from Texas joined. Good morning from Fort Worth, Texas. Hi, Kenya. Good to see you again. How are you? I enjoyed watching your share house pros cons video the other day. By the way, your hair is cute. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I said welcome back, but yeah, I read your comment and I replied to you. That's why I remember your name and your cute avatar. Oh my god, I'm losing my weight. My words. Oh my god, I can't speak anymore. Oh, on Instagram, Lisa joined. Hey, nice to see you. Oh, we have more people joining on Instagram. Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm really, really happy, Kenya, that you are enjoyed my video. Like that really makes my day. Like if you guys enjoy the content I'm doing, like I'm really happy. So yeah. Oh, well, Rachel, if you are not curvy, then you will have all the options here in Japan. Yeah, because women here tend to not have so many curves. There are curvy women here. There are. And like, I'm always like, when I see like, when you stand on the escalator and like it goes up and like suddenly there is like this butt and you're like, wait, it's a curvy woman. A Japanese curvy woman. Where is she buying her trousers from? Like I'm always like sometimes thinking like, should I ask her? Like is it maybe impolite? I don't know. But yeah. This is like a curvy girl problem here. Yeah. Oh, you like my room? Thank you. Thank you. Well, thanks to that filter, it looks like a little bit better, and I added some light in the back, so yeah, it's actually pretty messy, and like I don't know if you guys can see, I don't think on Instagram you can see it, but like if you go on YouTube, you can see my wig head over there. So if anybody of you was like wondering if there was a stranger behind me, it's just my wig head, like where I style my wigs. Yeah. So if you see any weird things in the background, it's mainly cosplay related. Yeah. 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 Oh yeah, Rachel. Yeah, true. You've been to Japan, so you know the style here. Like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mina says it's okay to ask a curvy Japanese woman where she gets her pants from if I'm not telling her like she actually has a big bum, which I think is amazing. Like, I think everything is fine. Like every shape and form is fine and beautiful. So, but yeah, um, I do get that. Like, if in Japan you say like, if you, I think not only in Japan, like that's a universal thing. Like if you approach a woman and tell her like, you got a big bum just like me. Where do you buy your pants? Might be a little weird, yeah. Ah, hair and earring, かわいい。あ、ありがとうございます。元気？Rachel says Japanese love selfies with foreigners. She's been in a few, especially Japanese female. It happened to me a few times, yes, too, but not that often, I have to say. But it was also mainly girls. Yeah, yeah. And obviously, like when you go to a cosplay convention, especially at the moment, like there's just a handful of foreigners. So if you are like a foreign cosplayer at a convention, like right now during the pandemic, like people are really like, wow. Yeah, a foreigner. So yeah, they ask a lot of times for selfies. Yeah, but yeah, it's a cosplay convention, so people do tend to ask for selfies. I ask for selfies myself with other people. I actually took a selfie at the last event I've been to with Ultraman. And then I showed it to one of my kids at school, and he was really happy because he loves Ultraman. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just to let you guys know, just a little heads up, like around 11, so in the next 5 minutes I'll be like ending the stream, because tomorrow will be a very long day. And I'll be going to IKEA, or IKEA in English. Oh, Kenya is asking, are there any Korean towns, stores, shopping areas there in Japan? I ask because we have a small Korean shopping plaza here, and I noticed that the clothing here has a much looser cut and style. So there is an area in Tokyo called Shin-Okubo. Shin-Okubo, and that is Koreatown in Tokyo. And you'll have like a whole street full of like Korean shops, like clothing stores, makeup stores, like a lot of stores where you can like get idol like merchandise, like from BTS, Blackpink, Twice, and all these all the brain freeze, all the K-pop groups. Yeah. As for like looser style, that is actually very common here in Japan too. Like Korea and Japan, they have a very like, how should I say, you don't wear, like you rarely see women wear like tight clothing or like clothing that reveals your shape. It's more like you're kind of like hiding the shapes a little bit. So yeah, that is kind of the trend, which is very convenient for us curvy girls because we have stuff with like elastic ribbons, like I said before, so we can get it over our bumps. Or sometimes I just like put on the skirts like over my head. Yeah. Hello, hi Jamal, and hi Must Fun. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. We're about to end the stream in a few minutes, but still, it's good to have you here. Yeah, I'm really happy for everybody who's here. Like, seriously. Yeah. Oopsie. I just closed something I didn't want to close. Well, that's how it is, right? Yeah. Nearly 1 a.m. here in Australia. Nearly time for me to go to bed. Only up this late to watch your stream. Oh, Rachel, that's so cute. That's, oh, thank you. Thank you. Here, I give you a heart. That's really nice. I'm really happy. Yeah. Yeah. I want to do like, in the future, I want to stream while being at places, and I've been researching this as well. So, like where it's okay to stream, what's okay and what not, and what equipment I need. So, yeah. Yeah, so I'll hopefully soon take you to some places, and the first place will be my new apartment. Yeah. So... yeah. Oh, I'm getting a few more questions. I'm gonna answering them. So Marie is asking, are Japanese conventions comparable with German conventions? Yes and no. How should I say? To say it like very quickly. So in Japan, a lot of people buy costumes because simply they're available, like they're so easily available. They're like, you can buy them from Amazon. I bought cosplays here from Amazon as well. So that's why the focus on like the wig styling and the makeup here is very, very strong. So you have a very high level of wig styling here. Like, it's incredible actually. Whereas in Germany, because well, now it's different because now we have more and more shops available where you can order costumes. But when we started cosplay, like you, me, and Mina, there was no way we could order costumes, or like it would take months for them to arrive. So we had to learn making them ourselves. There are a lot of cosplayers doing cosplay themselves as well, like making them, but most of the people are buying them. Yeah. Also, I've only been to 2 events, and so I can't tell you much, but what's different here is like the way, like the interaction with photographers here. Like in Germany, a photographer comes up to you and he asks, hey, what do you want to do? Like, can I take pictures? And then you take pictures with that photographer, and maybe while you're posing, 5, 6, 7, 8 other photographers pile up, and like they all like take pictures of you. Unless you have an arranged shoot where like the photographer will tell that person, I'm sorry, but we arranged this shooting, so please wait until we are finished. Whereas here in Japan, at a convention, people line up. Like, I was literally just taking a break. I was waiting for my friends. I took out my bottle. I was drinking. A photographer came up and he said, can I take some pictures? And I was like, sure, let's take pictures together. 5 minutes in, we took pictures. I was talking to him, and then he was like looking behind him, and I was like, I didn't realize. And then there was this like huge line. And then he was like, they're waiting for you. And so I just looked at them and I was just like, and they were like, onegaishimasu. And I was like, oh. So I stood at the same place for 2 hours and a half. And every photographer took like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes like with me to take pictures. But they were all lined up. They waited until it was their turn. Even people with just like a phone camera. So yeah, that was very different. Yeah. And like the interaction is a bit less because you don't want to do too much small talk with the photographer, because the others are waiting. It's kind of like impolite. And it was so hot, and they treat you like so nicely. Like they gave me like little candy, like salt candy, which is really good, like to help you keep hydrated, like, and get all the nutritions you need to not like faint. Whereas I was thinking like, you guys are carrying all this equipment and you're standing here for 2 hours, and they're completely fine if you take a break, drink, answer some reply to some messages and stuff like that. They're really respectful. They wait for you, and yeah, and they deliver the pictures the same day. You get all the pictures the same day, but you have to edit them yourself, which is different from Germany. Like you usually, if you get pictures, they are already edited. Yeah. So that is kind of like different. Yeah. 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 Kenya says, the day is starting over here, the day is ending over there. Get yourself some good rest and hope to see you on your next live stream. Take care. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Shaz here on Instagram is also already saying it by like, he said, really appreciate you answering my questions. Yeah, of course, I really try to. So yeah, my next live will be next week and the same time, 9 p.m. I will give you some news over on my Instagram. This is probably the best place to like keep in touch with me, or like keep on track what I'm doing. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys for coming and watching my live stream. I really do. And I never thought I would like start streaming once a week, but it's just so much fun, and it's so much easier. Like I love doing videos as well, but the process is so long, and here I can directly like interact with you, and it's just so much fun, and reply to your questions, and it's just like a good back and forth. So yeah, and in the future I really want to invite some friends and have live streams with them together, so you can see more sides of Japan, not only my point of view, because I think it's important to get as many impressions and as many like input as possible. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Rachel. So thanks guys. Thank you, Kenya, for popping by. I hope to see you soon again. And thank you, Shaz. And I miss you too, Mina. I really miss you. You don't know how many times I'm crying recently. I'm about to start crying because I miss everybody. So, but I won't cry on stream. Not now. Not today. Okay. So see you guys. Bye bye.